All right. It is time for Game 3 of this week's Nightcast, your freaking awesome replays. It is the Cheeky Perv Challenge, where players had to get as much vision as possible. And you know what actually makes sense to me lore-wise? Well, we'll go into it. First of all, let's intro the player. It is Farter. Going double gas trick or double gas? Okay, so a single gas trick, just it's a gas first. And you know what that means? That means we're probably going to see Burrow. I was going to say it's Farter. Now, I can imagine... Oh, it was a double trick. Okay. I can imagine that Zerg, like Abathur, would probably evolve Zerg so that they could actually just fart on the ground and mark their territory, right? You can imagine that, right? Like, it's a thing. They're just like... and it just kind of... it smears the ground. And then somehow the little microbes in it, like, report home what's happening. Because it's part of, like, the Zerg network or whatever, you know? Oh, that's 2 drones. Chat just pointed out that's 2 drones. I boxed it. I didn't even realize that was 2 drones. Oh, my God. Okay, so we've got a double drone coming in here. Is he going to try and sneak off? I think he's going to break off. He's going to break off. Oh, it's a double dickhead. Okay, one comes in to attack the SCV. The other one's going to go for the gas steal. Hey, this is going to give you really good vision. Because now this extractor is going to provide vision in the main. This guy's harassing. He can do another trick a bit later as well. Oh, this is very cool. Okay. Oh, he cancels it. Oh, he retakes it. The Terran's like, oh, wait, let me take that gas before you steal it. Now, did the Terran pay attention? There's a hatch going up in the corner. He might be too distracted. This SCV's locked outside of his base right now. Ooh. Now, if you guys want to get your replays in for next week, remember the challenge is boomer builds. That's right. Bring out your dads and your granddad's build orders, guys. Bring out those Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm, Warcraft 3, Warcraft 2? You're like, yeah, I'm just going Mass Bloodlust Ogre Mage. And I'm like, what? There's no Bloodlust in this game. It's Mass Bloodlust Ogre Mage. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, I'm doing Mass Runes Ogre Mages. I'm like, okay, what are we even talking about right now? I don't know. There's Zerglings coming across the map. But yeah, bring out your old builds. Boomer builds should be fun. SCVs and the Reaper do find this. A Zergling's coming across. So I think this hatchery is already so built. It's going to distract. I think that's so many SCVs. You're going to have to cancel it and build an Evo. But the Zergling's going to try and work on the front. At the same time, this Overlord says, there are no secrets to me. And just floats around with its many eyes perving. So the Zerglings are coming in on the front, trying to break that depot. Oh, is he going to let the hatchery finish? I think he might. Oh, he will be able to build a few Zerglings, but won't be able to build much else. Broodlings are going to come out and fight here. Oh, the Reaper! The Reaper gets surrounded by Broodlings! Oh my God, that's actually so sick. He goes for the Marine, doesn't quite get it. The SCVs do repair the wall. That's solid. Burrow is now on the way on one base. Farter here, building 2 Zerglings in the main. Now, Farter really needs to take some bases back at home now, or is not going to have a follow-up. I think, look at this though, is waiting with Burrow to get in there. A scan goes down, sees, oh, you're only just taking your expansion now? Wow, you're so bad. Farter could actually go 3 base behind this, but I love this. Wait for Burrow, and then maybe Burrow one like over here somewhere, as long as it doesn't get killed. Or is he? Or are we going to go for workers, kill an SCV, Burrow, pop back up? We'll see. The Zergling's coming in. Burrow's not ready yet. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and Burrow is done. Burrow is done. Will they hide? There's a Marine there. They will. Let's go to AMDB's camera. Are we going to use a scan to catch that? Or on the Terran's camera right now. Terran's like, the hell? I think he's confused. Yeah, he's looking around the edge. He's like, hey, where'd those Zerglings go? Scratching his head. He's so confused. Yes, the Terran is so confused. Okay, and look at this. The Overlord comes. This Zerg just wants to see everything. He's like, oh, yeah, I just wanted to have a cheeky perv. I wasn't going to touch or anything. I was just looking. Why are you guys so hateful? Jesus. Terrans are such prudes, man. Like, you know how dogs sniff each other's butts as like a way of saying hi? I feel like that's a thing with like Overlords. Like Overlords like want to look inside your mouth. And you're like, what? Oh yeah, I just want to look inside your mouth. Oh, he tries to land it. Another Zergling. Burrow's there. What is going on? AMB's brain is breaking right now. That guy Burrows as well. AMB is just, his brain is broken. Scans, gets 1 Zergling. There's still a Ling there. There's still a Ling there. Needs to land that to scan. Oh, Farter. Farter is really struggling to macro behind it, so I actually think is still behind after all this. But don't underestimate the power of just throwing your opponent into such a weird scenario. There's 2 factories with no add-ons and a barracks with no add-on. So yes, the Zerg's macro has sucked behind this, but look at this. There's burrowing little spotting Zerglings everywhere, setting up the Maphacks. Now, let's be real. The burrowed Zerglings out of the map like that are a bit creepy. Because they're not just looking into your orifices, but they're literally trying to look up into the engine of the Hellions as they drive over them. It's an up engine, which to be fair, I'm not cool with up engine stuff, guys. It's a bit creepy. I think respect Hellions' privacy. Stop trying to look up into their engine from underneath. It's just, I don't know, man. Have a bit of decency. Have a bit of decency, mate. Don't be up engineing that shit. Anyways, the Hellions and Marines there are doing okay, but the Zerglings are coming down and chasing them back. Bit disjointed here. The Zerglings are getting a bit of a surround. Nice Hellion micro though. But the Hellions turn around and do take a bit of a bite to the face there. A few roaches coming out now as well. Terran is way ahead on the workers, about 8. But with 3 bases up, the moment the Zerg gets a bit of control back, that definitely could change. So, doing the best. There's still an Overlord over there as well. I'd love to see some more Zerglings coming and burrow on these bases. Look at this. Look at this. Burrow. He can tank one more Hellion shot, and he does. Using a scan. How sick is that? A single Zergling baiting a scan. This is actually amazing. Well, chat, I think that's a very antiquated view, and I think you should stop being such judgmental douchebags. Chat's literally saying, Pig, if they didn't want the attention, they wouldn't have worn such a short engine. Mate, I think we've just got to stop engine shaming. Look, Hellions can wear whatever skin they want. They can wear this vanilla one. They can be very conservative. They can wear the junker one where everything's out there. There's spikes out on display for everyone to see. I think you've got to stop judging it and stop blaming the victims here, okay? Zerglings can exercise some goddamn self-control. Thank you very much, Scorchclaw. Speaking of which, more perverts setting up. A Raven is being built. Guys, it's going to try to be Blue Flame Hellion Raven mech. But the production is so trash right now. There's no 3rd CC on the way. So if the Zerg can drone up these 3 bases, it's going to be in a good spot. Has a lair, has spores going down. That's all great anti-Banshee. So I don't think Cloak Banshee is really going to achieve anything. Cancels the Raven and starts another Banshee, which could backfire. There's a good little squad of roaches there. There's nothing that beats roaches right now. Farta could get in here, and it's basically just going to be Hellions and SCVs versus roaches. But I think Farta's missing the timing because we've got 2 tanks that are about to pop out. So I think they will be ready before those roaches go in. The Banshee's going to come in. Can it dance around the spore? For now, finds a nice little angle, grabs 1 drone, grabs 2. It's going to pick off at least 3 or 4. But the counterattack from Farta. There's a tank here. If the SCVs and the tanks fight, that'll be good. That tank does sieges up in a bit of a dangerous position. Oh, the SCVs are getting biled. Oh, no. The combination of tank splash and biles just killed like 20 SCVs. I cannot believe those SCVs took that fight. And they burrow as well. Oh, you absolute shithead. I love it. The Banshee on this side of the map does go down, but that's 3 workers killed. So that was 3 drones died to the Banshee versus 23. Oh man. SCVs are really good for fighting Roach Ravager if the Roach Ravager is trying to run past them to get to your tanks. But once they fall back like that, you've got to disengage with the SCVs. So A and B got really caught out. It's now even going to lose a few Hellions trickling in here. Ooh. And just keeps, yeah, it's like, hey, scan, buddy. If you want to clear this up, you got to scan. He just dropped all of his mules. A and B can't scan for a few more seconds right now. He's trying to kill the eBay. Unburrows and biles that. Wants to get rid of the ability to kill turrets. Oh, Farty, you absolute D-bag. You absolute D-bag. 1 more bile goes down, but a nice repair. A and B is like, no, I will be able to build turrets, you meanie. Please build a Raven, please. Please don't, actually. So there's only 1 more Zergling ready for a bit of up-engine action out front. He's gonna go to the front of the base. He wants a bit more centralized up-engine action. And yeah, the Thor kind of sees it and is like, oi! Not really worth a scan, though. Evo, Hydroden. I mean, Farta has 3 bases, but hasn't saturated them, doesn't have a 4th. And with this mech army building, it's kind of scary. I mean, with only 3 factories and mostly Thors, I guess you could still overwhelm this with 3-base Hydra. Right? With no 3rd CC on the way or anything like that. Farta says, oh, I haven't really got enough vision. Evolves the Overlord into the 12-eyeballed literal pervert unit. That's right, the Overseer. Look at how many eyeballs he has. All the better to watch you change your pants with. Terran's like, what did you say? You fucking creeper. He's like, I mean, change your add-ons. Your add-ons. Military scouting information. Abatha definitely made this unit not for his own perversions. And yes, it's definitely not for his own perversions. It's to watch the add-ons, understand the tech switches, and what military units are incoming, to scout before the battle, so we can adjust his evolutionary strains accordingly. And you're like, So why is there always one peeking through the change room window? Abatha? Why is that? Why is there always one sitting on the pervert pillar usually? He just kind of says, I don't want to talk about it. Changes the topic abruptly. You can smell that guilt a mile away. Hydras are building, they do not have grooved spines. So you can see here, Farta doesn't have rally points on the hatcheries for the units. They're all just popping where they are. Doesn't have control groups either. And isn't getting the other Hydra upgrade. Now I'll tell you what, Hydras with only one upgrade, bit awkward against mech units. Blue Flame Hellions, very good versus them. Tanks and Thors, not bad either. The Lings and Roaches will do quite well, but actually the Roaches don't have Roach speed either. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. Farta is supply blocked right now as well. This is a scary Terran push. Banshees, Hellions, tanks coming forward. The Zerglings just go have a bit of a barbecue. Oh, these soft units need to get behind the tanks and Thors. All the Banshees and Hellions go down. A good pullback by Farta here. Withdraws a little bit, falls back. The Thors, Hellions coming forward. A lot of Drilly Boys coming, ready to touch up these Thors. The tanks are starting to move forward. A good push here from A and B. Needs to siege the tanks. Ooh, the Roaches and Hydras, they're all stuck behind each other. Oh my god, did you see that? They were all stuck in that choke point. Oh god, Farta. An expert at perving, not that good at frontal combat. Is more of a, you know, pop out of the bushes and tackle the person from behind sort of guy. Oh no, can't even kill one Thor. No! Oh, rickety wrecked, son? As much as I love the opening from Farta, just absolutely no follow-up. I mean, he's trying to build Hydras, but it's like 3 or 4 Hydras fighting. The Broodlings actually do a bit of damage because the tank's friendly fire. The Thor, one Thor finally falls! One Thor has gone down. I mean, maybe if all these Hydras rallied back and joined up with the drones, but remember, Farta doesn't know how to use rally points or control groups. So the units are just popping out and running in and dying a few at a time. If they grouped up the Hydras and they went with the drones all at once, I think they could have held, but instead it's just been like a handful of Hydras at a time. Oh my god. There's a lurker morphing somewhere. Where is that? Somewhere in this main. There's a lurker morphing up here. So Farta's going to try and use that lurker to hold the high ground. Does A and B have scans? One scan is available, one lurker, and a dream. That is what we are now witnessing. There is still one base up there that's mining. Technically, oh, that's the only scan. The lurker pulls back. Oh, Farta here. You know what? That scan. There's not going to be another scan for... Oh, there's another scan ready. Never mind. I'm like, maybe this one lurker could win this game. Not really. Remember, it doesn't even have the range upgrade. It's got +1 attack and nothing else. These Zerglings are dying as they pop. Oh, the lurker's starting to get a few hits off here. It's shooting a single Hellion though. Look at that, the Thors are just going to kill it. Yeah, 3 more lurkers finish up there. There's no scans ready, but there's so many Thors. They're going to die before they even burrow, I think. Okay, they managed to burrow. A and B does not have scans for another about 10 seconds. Okay, looks like one Thor's going to take some damage, but it's just not enough. Farta here attempting to make the Valiant hold. It will not be enough. The Thors are going to move forward. The scan goes down. And AMB says, okay, that was a fun strat you did. You threw me off my game, but I managed to build a good tank, Blue Flame, Banshee Thor army, push across the map, and a very powerful push. Farta not getting those upgrades on those ground units, not able to mass up enough of them, and it does look like the up engine strategy with these Burrowed Zerglings, as cute as it was, did need a little bit more follow-up behind it to really make it come off. So AMB is going to just crash through. Of course, Farta's trying to expand to the top right-hand side of the map as well, but damn, that was a very fun opening, guys. The Terran's making a Raven and more Thors, even with no third base at all behind this, and the income obviously dropping. I don't think there's any way. One Lurker, once again, trying to hang on here. One Lurker on its own. If it had range, I would maybe believe, but... And damaging some stuff. And the scan goes down and the dream dies. Aww. I really want to see these single lurkers win, guys. Oh, GG, well played. Farta takes it on the chin there. Shout out to that opening. That was very cool, guys. Remember, this was, what was it? It was like a hatchery in the main plus a gas steel. And all of this just created enough chaos, right? So it was 2 drones stacked up at the start, came across the map, and really, really just, you know, gas steal, annoying them, builds a hatchery, and then gets super fast Zerglings joining up. So while they're busy dealing with that, trying to kill the hatchery, the Zerglings pressure the front. A and B did repair the wall well enough. So then these Zerglings came in. So Zerglings burrowed there at the natural while these Zerglings burrowed in the main. And we saw A and B just like chasing his own tail, freaking out. So you can imagine if Farter just spent that money a little bit better at some point, you know, absolutely could have done some shiz. But just a bit too low on the drones and not quite able to capitalize there. I think even at this point, it was still some really nice potential after killing those SCVs, right? That roach bush. And if it went in even earlier, it could have done even more damage, to be honest. But it went in. I mean, this was a good worker position. But I think we saw the power of not really having an injecting system or a macro system. And the Terran, 3 factories, a starport, bam, 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 +1 attack. It was a good push. Pulled the drilly boys for the repair as well. And I mean, there was some, the start of the fight was not bad, right? But then the Zerg needed to really fall back. And then look at this moment. This was comical. So the queens are there tanking, and he's like, quick, queens are tanking, go. And most of them are all stuck behind each other. Remember, roaches don't have speed, hydras don't have speed. So they don't really achieve anything there. All these drones go down for free. And this kept happening, where if the Zerg just kept pulling back, waited for another 10, 15 hydras, you just one-shot a Thor, like you could actually smash through. But instead, we saw 12 hydras damage a Thor and kill 1 SCV. The drones did transfer up there. Okay, that's true. Not bad, not bad. But you gotta pull back. You gotta wait for the right engage. It was an all-in, man. 4 base first 2. GG, well played. The burrow opening can get you way ahead, fam. It can get you way ahead. GG's. Thank you very much for that lovely display of burrow. I love that we got floating barracks, we got burrowed Zerglings, and we got mass observer, the basic bitch gentleman style perversion. We got everything in this week's ICYFAR. That was really cool. I hope you guys had a lot of fun improving your scouting, your map vision, and being a little bit creative with those games. Yeah, have fun with your boomer builds in the next one. So a lot of people in chat who've been like, oh, can I make zealots or zealots boomer builds and all this sort of stuff? You guys are going to have to all talk to each other and confirm with each other. I think the older the better. If you guys are really looking for inspiration, if you've only been playing recently, just open YouTube, go look for some old videos, go watch some old games, get some inspiration. If you didn't watch old StarCraft, if you've never watched another RTS, go watch now. Have some fun with it and find some good builds. So send those in for next week. We'll see you all then. Thanks for watching ICYFAR. I love all of you, especially those who've gone above and beyond to support the channel using the Patreon. Link is down below in the YouTube description. Give it a click. Click like, subscribe if you guys are new. Click the bell icon if you want the videos to appear in your feed, despite the algorithm trying to constantly hide them. Go for it. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. We'll see you in the next video. Goodbye and good night.